Scorpio, thank you so much for tuning in. Love and light to you all. We're here inching closer and closer towards the new moon in Aquarius, as well as Valentine's Day on the 14th. Now, let's get right into your reading here. Dear Scorpio, and it's going to be a sort of fusion reading between Valentine's Day and the new moon. Nonetheless, I was meditating on your energy before I turned on the camera. Dear Scorpio, and I almost said Sagittarius and Virgo at the same time. I was hearing this song, come on over, baby. And I was hearing as well, please don't judge me. Okay, and I'm hearing for you, Scorpio, that it's this sort of feeling of it's like you're getting ready. You're preparing a space. You're getting something ready, okay? And you are perhaps cleaning, cleansing, and ordering things. I'm hearing ordering things, perhaps specifically ordering things. You may be, again, preparing a home. I'm hearing a space, a habitat. You may be inviting people over, okay, so on and so forth. Many different sort of examples here that can sort of be interpreted. Nonetheless, I'm getting, though, that it's almost like this feeling that you are inviting someone into your space, specifically your space. And there's a sense of, I'm hearing of righteousness specifically with that. You have here the Two of Pentacles upright in your theme, the World that pops out, smack dab in the middle, strong focus here. And I was especially drawn to selenite for you, Scorpio, high vibration stone, incredibly high vibration stone. And you may feel, I'm hearing, I want to set a good example. I'm hearing specifically, okay. The Devil in reverse, upside down, sliding right out, up and bumping to this rose quartz crystal stone. It speaks to the heart chakra. Nine of Pentacles upright, the Sun of Swords in reverse. Okay, you may be dealing with, I'm hearing an air sign for a number of you, who I'm hearing alludes to matters of the home. I'm hearing specifically of passion. I'm hearing of taking it home, of taking it all the way home. I'm hearing for a number of you. Someone who is, I'm hearing doubtful, though, for a number of you, and perhaps I'm hearing of their own success. Take it as you will, whatever that may mean to you. You may be dealing with an individual with both Capricorn and air in their chart, specifically, and you have the Sun of Pentacles coming through. You may be dealing with an earth sign. Mother of Cups, upright. Okay, and it's interesting because the Sun of Pentacles is right behind the Mother of Cups. You have the Chariot here, coming right behind the Sun of Pentacles, mirroring her, the Mother of Cups. There's something here having to do about home life, family life. Okay, literally the home, the atmosphere of the home, I'm hearing, being a focus. You have the Sun of Wands in reverse and the Tower in reverse. You're moving towards change, Scorpio. I'm hearing grand change. What is it that you feel? I'm hearing you're literally creating in this very moment. What is it I'm hearing that you are, I'm hearing specifically as a form of insemination, you are even relaying as a message, as a vibration, by way of upholding it. Okay, and there's a focus here on assets for you. For a number of you, there may be a legal component or a cleansing of assets, of literally things, and I'm hearing related to certain people and places. You have here the Seven of Swords upright, the Four of Cups upright, but which sort of landed like this, right over this candle that is actually not on. Okay, but it's a new candle. It's interesting. It's a new, brand new candle. It's just not on. And it's a little tea light candle here. And they almost write this like they formed a teepee right over it at an angle into one another. I'm getting that there is a focus here on transmutation of the way that we've communicated in the past of matters that are inherently emotional. And you have here the Eight of Cups in reverse. Beautiful to see it in reverse. What it is that has, I'm hearing a stigma, an emotional stigma in the past, has something that's just been, I'm hearing a thorn, I'm hearing in our minds of what it is that we feel we are to move through to illuminate what it is that we feel I'm hearing, are here serving as. And there's a tremendous focus here on manifestation, on vision. What is it that we are quite literally creating by way of focusing intently on it, by way of upholding it against serving vision? I'm hearing assets. Specifically for you, what is it that we want to, what role do we want assets to play in this? What function do assets serve for us? within the landscape of what we're working with that may be of an otherwise highly vibrational nature. That is of a high vibrational nature, okay? And right, that which, let's say, we don't necessarily see, that which we don't feel, that which is held in the vibration of our thoughts, of our vision. What is it? And what are the many thoughts as well? What is the sort of ideology? I'm hearing pensive, that we may have been ruminating on, thinking on, that we may have also been reflecting on as it has sort of reflected or been reflected by way of our emotional experiences in the past, come to illuminate for us of what we feel so deeply for. How is it that we want to connect with others? What is it that the role that our thoughts play, and how it is that we connect emotionally with others and with ourselves? And I'm hearing with ourselves specifically, with the many aspects of our being as well. There's a focus here perhaps on a creative direction that you are to take. I'm hearing creative lead. I'm also hearing actor, taking on the act. I'm getting as well that you may be dealing with a fire sign, you may be dealing with Sagittarius specifically, who inches you towards, okay, thinking so big, on such a large scale, okay, on a grand scale of what the possibilities are. And I'm getting here that you have a certain individual here, I'm getting by your side, who is supporting you to create and cultivate a certain vision. I'm hearing access point. They understand that it is at the point that you enter the realm of your being, aligned with what it is that is a premonition for you, that can be accessed only by you, that change can come. And be it physical change, be it a change in also what it is that I'm hearing we value as a source, I'm hearing as a point of partnership and as well passion. It's like this individual understands that I'm hearing it's about how you meet yourself, where you want to, I'm hearing, begin again. And it's the establishment, I'm hearing specifically of foundation, of fundamentalism, of what it is that you, I'm hearing, esoterically value, of what it is that you, I'm hearing, want to bring, I'm hearing, form to. And it's the dance, I'm hearing, specifically of the elements for you, and you may be dealing with a Cancer, okay, as well. Let's pull the cards here, dear Scorpio, for you here, and I'm imagining, it's so interesting, and I want you to look at these two cards together. Right? So interesting, the dynamic here between these two. The Son of Pentacles, right, sitting right behind the Mother of Cups. And I'm getting that this is your own energy, the Mother of Cups, but of course, take it as you will. However it resonates with you in particular. Of course, general reading, so it may resonate differently for everyone. But it's this feeling of almost a quiet guidance, okay, a quiet sort of strength that you feel, and it may be your very own propensity, okay, but a feeling that it's this feeling that I'm getting from you, Scorpio, of almost like a parent, okay, who is almost shadowing, okay, their child, or vice versa. Take it as you will, right? Son of Pentacles following, I'm here, pursuing, in pursuit of Mother of Cups. Okay, take it as you will yet again. However it does resonate with you in particular. The feeling is of almost wanting, I'm hearing there to be no act. No quantifiable act that sets things into motion, that makes things official, that says, yes, we're beginning here, no, we're not beginning there. The desire to find form through formlessness. I'm hearing also through speechlessness, where there is no speaking, where there is no communicating. Because in a certain way, not communicating perhaps clarifies certain fundamentalisms of what's being grappled with in a deeply esoteric way. in a way that serves to illuminate and uncover a meaning in what is being created, what is being set as a foundation as well, by way of simply surrendering to what can be not heard, but accepted. In the moments where we realize that it is not a matter of speaking, but a matter of listening, of hearing each other on the other line, of always remaining open to listen. And to understand where that synchronicity takes you both is what serves as guidance. That feels measured, that feels, I'm hearing flesh, I'm hearing fleshy, that feels like it's, I'm hearing that you're standing on something, that you're standing on solid ground. I'm hearing embers of light. How it is that we stand amidst what feels to be so misunderstood. I'm hearing through the eyes, I'm hearing and through the vernacular. What is it that is not to be painted? But that is perceived not for the colors that we see of it or in it, I'm hearing tone deaf specifically. However it is that resonates. But for how we see it in every moment. I'm hearing with the lights on and with the lights off. Where I'm hearing we can't help but smile. I'm hearing and shine, specifically for number view. In our reflection of each other. How is it that we meet each other in this space? Where we don't expect to find the form, the face, to our experience. I'm hearing withholding treasure, specifically for number view, right over this moon. And the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, okay? The moon being, right? Very own card of the Major Arcana, along with death. I'm hearing, I'm not shying. I'm standing my ground. even if my ground means to invert what surfaces as truth. Deep energies here for you, dear Scorpio. There is an alluding here to, I'm hearing conventionalism, and a concept of truth. Okay, I'm hearing what are the parameters of truth? What is it I'm hearing that we stand on, that is solid, that is grounded, that we feel we can stand for, that we can, I'm also hearing that we can speak as specifically. What is it that we feel characterizes us, that we feel we can bring light to in such a way that doesn't discount it in the way that we communicate it. And it's almost like I'm speaking, I want to communicate, I want to relay a certain message that is so profound for me, that has meaning, I'm hearing in dimensions that I'm not operating through yet, I'm hearing. And in doing that, and as you may perceive it or feel it, in doing that, in wanting that, in feeling that, the way that you communicate, the way that you go about, I'm hearing professing a certain truth, whatever it may be it again to yourself, be it to another, however it is that you resonate with that, however it is that you take that, or it. I'm hearing the medium is everything. And I'm hearing the channel is everything. How it is that I speak for what I speak of speaks volumes more back to me of why it matters. And it's this sort of reverberation for you, Scorpio, of, and I'm specifically imagining two individuals who are communicating on levels that are not necessarily spoken, right? Strong spiritual connection for a number of you, and I was especially drawn to selenite, right, in the beginning of your reading. And I'm imagining that there, for a number of you, there may be a focus here on other dimensions, other realms, right? That there is information or a certain message that is to be relayed. And I'm hearing MAC, specifically MAC, M-A-C, okay, as I'm seeing it, however that may resonate with you. There is, though, yet again, Scorpio, I'm hearing Pisces, the desire to, I'm hearing speak not just where we are hearing ourselves, okay, communicating. Where it's like, okay, I want to say it, okay, I'm going to speak it, and then I hear myself speaking it, I'm saying it, I'm saying it then. But as speaking in such a way where we feel that what it is that we relay is and feeds a certain consciousness, a certain awareness. And I'm getting, Scorpio, that there is this understanding that in communicating in this manner, in a certain manner, in a certain paradigm, I'm hearing as well, there is the sort of expansiveness of awareness where it's not limited to what we're hearing and what we're speaking and then we're replying with, but where there is this this feeding, I'm hearing, of light, and I'm hearing of information. Okay, let's pull a number of cards here for you, Scorpio, and see what comes through. You want to flip it over. You want to flip it over the Hierophant. You have here Taurus's card in the Major Arcana, upright, right over the Father of Cups in reverse. I'm hearing, are we ready for it? Are we ready for it? Are we coming out? I'm hearing, are we also speaking about it? Are we saying it? Are we putting the finger on it? The Nine of Cups in reverse. There is the recognition, specifically between you and another, specifically as I'm getting it for a number of you, that what we want, okay, is just at the threshold of change, of how we think we want it. And the more that that paradigm shifts, and the more that we shift with how that paradigm moves through us, we find that there is a complete, I'm hearing, re-idolization, reordering as well, reorientation of habit patterns, of belief systems that surround concepts, I'm hearing, of uniformity. Be it the uniformity of selves, the two halves of our beings, or that which connects us to others in a fundamental way, in a transformational way. And there is a sense and almost like a revisiting, as I'm getting it, of a concept of, I'm hearing specifically manifestation of certain goals, okay? I'm hearing venture for a number of you as well. And what is it? I'm hearing capital specifically for a number of you. What could be a financial partnership, and what it is that we have, in a certain way, already come to, what has already been made clear to us, emotionally specifically, could be of our emotional propensity, could be of what it is that we've, in a certain way, idolized, I'm hearing idolized specifically, of our own potential. How is it that we feel we are to communicate in a certain way emotionally? How is it that we are to channel this propensity emotionally? And you have the Ten of Cups here, mirroring this Hierophant. 5 in the Major Arcana, 10 in the Suit of Cups, water energy. How is it that we are merging a sense of culmination of understanding of our emotional propensity, that which is also held and based in the energetic dimension, that which is spiritual, okay, again coming through, and that which is, I'm hearing relational, trans-relational, that which is integrative as well, where we feel that in understanding, I'm hearing the certain partnership paradigm, we come to a point of finding form that we haven't expected. Okay, and I want to pull a few more cards here. Okay, there is here a focus on a new beginning. Ace of, okay, but heavy energy here. Heavy energy. It's almost like whatever it is that I began, I'm hearing whatever it is that I pick up, I realize I'm not going to let go. I'm not going to let go of. Okay, super Scorpio energy here, right? That's super Scorpio, Plutonic, sort of 8th house energy, where right there is that sort of, and of course always depends on the various factors, okay, that are ongoing in your own chart, as well as what factors may be sort of ongoing in the sort of synastry or the charts of two individuals with one another. What is it that I'm getting specifically for you? You feel so much for. You feel so deeply, I'm hearing as, that you realize, I'm hearing there is a start to this, there is a beginning to this, there is an initiation. What is to be made of it? I'm hearing the future. I'm hearing the future can't tell lies. Okay. The Mother of Cups, motioning over from a distance, I'm hearing by a long shot to and at the Hierophant, over at the Father of Cups in reverse. I'm hearing in remission, assets specifically for a number of you. The Mother of Cups sits right next to the Seven of Swords, of right, Five of Pentacles in reverse. There is, I'm hearing, sights set on a certain venture, a certain business that holds ideals for you that are held, I'm hearing, in premonition, in a state of dreaming. And it's almost like, I know what I want to make of this new beginning in the moments that I am breathing it in my mind's eye, through my mind's eye. Super strong meditative energies here for you, Scorpio. Super strong third eye energies here for you specifically, third eye chakra, and that may be a focus for you here during the new moon, absolutely. And it may behoove you to meditate, take it as you will. Always use your personal intuition. Always use your personal intuition, dear Scorpio. But we're seeing here perhaps a water sign individual, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, alike yourself, or your very own energy, that is being announced, I'm hearing, specifically announced, pronounced. There is a focus on exactly how it is that a sense of gaining control over our sense of perhaps relationship with this individual, and that is emotional and energetic, and I'm hearing testing ties, okay, as well, and perhaps that a certain emotional relationship that has been tested through time, okay, and or right, the sort of sense of standing and ground that we hold within ourselves. How is it that we've come to a certain state of also emotional recognition of self, what it is we're feeling, and what it is we want to do with that ability to feel so much? Be it, right, a sort of sense of, I could feel others' emotions and others' energetic states to a degree that is, I'm hearing, unrivaled, I'm hearing, unfathomable, I'm hearing for you. And what do I want to make of that? I'm hearing specifically in trance, in motion. What is it that I feel, this sense of emotional culmination, and I'm hearing resonance specifically, brings to light for me of how it is that I have channeled that propensity in the past as it pertains to what I'm creating. And it could be, right, a physical relationship, a physical partnership. How is it that I'm channeling my emotions and fusing it with my passion in terms of how it is that I'm physically expressing myself? Wondering what's coming through, what's literally coming through, and how is it that my relationship with myself emotionally as well serves to illuminate for me in certain ways how it is that I'm hearing reflect and also recognize the emotional expressions in others as they are communicating to me. Okay, and there's clarification here for you, dear Scorpio, of vision. You have here the Seven of Swords again, right? Smack dab in the middle. Focus on clarification here of exactly what it is that it forms the relationship between what it is that we've been feeling, perhaps physically, as a desire, perhaps also to initiate, to begin, I'm hearing again in a certain way, perhaps with a certain individual, Mother of Cups, someone who, or again with her own propensity, to channel this energy in a certain way that feels, I'm hearing, real, that feels that I'm hearing it has a start to it, and I'm hearing also has an end to it, something that feels that it in a certain way is relevant and based in the third dimension. How is it that we are merging these two propensities? Okay, again, that which speaks to the emotionalism of our own being, and perhaps again that of another, and also the physical dimension. And how is it yet again that these two paradigms are interacting in a way that feels, I'm hearing, officialized. But not just in a way, I'm hearing, that is officialized because the stamp's on it. Okay, just because I'm hearing it's been notarized. I'm hearing that doesn't do either one of us any justice. What is it that we feel begins in the moment that we accept whatever it becomes? So beautiful for you, dear Scorpio. I'm hearing Capricorn as well. You may be dealing with a Capricorn here. Love and light to you on this journey forward. Have a beautiful new moon. And I highly recommend you check out your rising ascendant moon sign as well as your Venus if you're looking into matters of love, partnerships, so on and so forth. Also, finances may play through your Venus sign. If you don't know your signs, you can click the link below in the bio description box that I provide. Nonetheless, dear Scorpio, for matters of communication, you may want to also check out your Mercury sign. I'm not going to mention that specifically here for you, and specifically as well as you've got here the Seven of Swords upright, smack dab in the middle. Now, dear Scorpio, I have a moon manifestation program that is launched, and it's going to begin just around the 15th of February, and it's going to lead into the 2nd of March, connecting the new moon period in Aquarius around the 15th of February to the full moon period in Virgo around the 2nd of March. So we're going to be looking at the first half of the moon cycle here, from the new moon again to the full moon in this program, and it is now available for those of you who would like to take on sort of a hands-on, proactive approach to matters of manifestation, specifically harmonizing by way of the cycle of the moon. Then this program may be of interest to you, and it's something that I launched in October 2017, and I'm back with it here yet again. So what will be included in this program is first and foremost, why is the moon important in matters of manifestation? What role does the moon play for us humans here on Earth? Why is it related to manifestation altogether? So I cover topics related to energy, manifestation, and again the role of the moon in cycles of manifestation within this program, and that will be a video that will be delivered to you, as well as a reading that I've done for each of the signs, particularly as it pertains to the cycle of the moon. So it's a highly tailored approach for each of the signs, and it's going to be capitalizing on highlighting certain days for each sign archetype. Now, I highly recommend that if you're going to choose one sign to purchase for this program, I would recommend that it would be your moon sign, okay? And the price is $4.44 for enrollment in this program. So feel free, if you'd like to reserve your spot there, click on the link below in the bio box that I provide, and you can get routed there to purchase your signs. But again, I highly recommend if you're going to choose one sign for this program, that it would be your moon sign, okay? The moon sign is your inner being, and we're following the cycle of the moon, how it moves through its own course. And so following your moon sign specifically, right, even if I'm a sun sign, Scorpio, let's say, but my moon is in Cancer, right, following your moon sign in Cancer may provide a highly sort of personal and illuminating process of transformation, specifically of manifestation, given that, right, the moon sign is sort of our internal being, okay, and again, we're following the moon's course through the signs and its phases. So, nonetheless, I know some of you have been sort of asking, okay, matters of career and partnership, as well, what signs do I follow? Is it my sun sign, my Venus? I know some of you, for your career specifically, you've been purchasing the North Node placement, okay, and that's the sort of long-term objective, sort of if it's an objectified sort of archetype in the chart that we identify, right, the North Node would sort of be it. Okay, the North Node is like the direction that we're moving in. So the sign that is associated with your North Node may be relevant here for you specifically. And again, I know there are individuals who are purchasing the North Node. Your midheaven may also be relevant as it pertains to matters of career and public life. So if that's a focus for you, then that may be an archetype that you'd like to look into and take a peek in. But as well, for those of you who have a stellium configuration in your chart, 3 or 4 more planets in the same sign or house, you may want to tune into that energy as well in general readings. Given that you have a lot of energy in that sort of archetype in your chart, So, always use your personal intuition, whatever sign it is that you feel guided to follow. Okay, if you feel, I just feel like I need to follow some Leo energy. I feel like, okay, well, Leo is operating in a certain way in my chart. I feel that I want to attune with those certain energies in a certain way. I want to capitalize. I'm hearing specifically on those energies. I'm hearing on those forces, okay, at hand. Take it as you will. I'm hearing penmanship specifically for a number of you, okay? I'm beckoning to mention, for those of you who may have Mercury in Leo, okay, whatever that may mean to you, playwriting specifically, coming through for a number of you, okay? Nonetheless, dear Scorpio, again, right, for matters of partnership, so on and so forth, Venus may play a role, so you may want to follow your Venus sign. If you've got any questions at all, please feel free to email me at alchemyu@gmail.com, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Otherwise, let me see any other announcements. For each, okay, so when you purchase, right, the program, you'll receive immediately, and it's available right now, so any purchase that's made now until March 2nd is going to sort of be delivered immediately all of the content that you're going to receive for the program. So you can start getting ready for it immediately here on the 12th, right as we inch closer and closer towards February 15th when the new moon begins. You will be receiving as well an outline of, again, certain dates, okay, that are especially conducive for the channeling of your particular energies associated with the archetype of the sign that you purchase. As well, you'll receive a calendar with guided activities and alchemical sort of prompts, questions, to sort of stir your focus at each point of the moon cycle as we move through a cycle of manifestation. Again, moving from the new moon, setting of intentions, to the full moon, culmination and illumination of some kind. So if you've got any questions, yet again, please feel free to email me, alchemynew@gmail.com. If you've got any questions, which sign do I order, and so on and so forth. I've also got a chat interface on my website, alchemynew.com. You can click that chat box, and I will answer you there. I'm on there, so you can feel free to email me or chat message me, and I'll get back to you within hopefully a few hours to a day at max. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in, dear Scorpio. Love and light to you. Thank you so much for your support, your shares, your likes, your subscriptions, your comments. Love and light to you all on this journey forward, and for all of you who have been following for quite some time. I'm so touched by your energetic support. Love and light to you all, and I'll see you soon. Bye.